So welcome to our training tonight. Just a little housekeeping, couple announcements before we get started. This month, we're gonna have virtual trainings every Thursday of the month. So definitely mark this same time down on your calendar. Set an alarm for yourself every Thursday, and you're gonna be trained by the corporate staff. So a different member from the corporate staff is gonna do a different training each Thursday evening. And then we're gonna continue with our Tuesday night virtual opportunity events. So if you have prospects that wanna hear a full presentation, although we can't be out there in a lot of markets doing them live just yet, we are going to continue with those virtual opportunity events. So definitely be inviting your prospects to those. So if this is your first webinar formatted training, then you obviously see that we can't see you in video, so you don't have to worry about anything there. You are not on video. We cannot hear you, so you don't have to worry about your mute or anything like that. If you have questions, I'm probably not going to be able to keep track of watching the question box or the chat box while I do the training. So I would just encourage you can put those there and I will look at them and then I can address them in our Facebook group on the Green Compass Advocate Forum page afterwards. So for those of you who don't know me yet, or we haven't had the pleasure to meet or to chat, my name is Vanessa Bowden and I am one of the regional sales managers here. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. And tonight's training is going to be on some social media marketing tips for you guys and some different strategies that you may not have thought about or heard of. They might be a little bit different than the way you've seen things done or the way you've been doing them. But I think that you're going to like some of the concepts. And we are really excited about launching a brand new Facebook group that the corporate team is running for you guys to be able to add your prospects to. And as a way for them to learn about our products and our testimonials. So I'll be showing you that and I'll be explaining how to use it and how to get added to it and all that good stuff. So here we go. Alrighty. Excuse me. So, one other thing to mark on your calendar, July 25th, we had to shift, unfortunately, our summer summit to a virtual event, but we have an amazing event still planned for you guys. So definitely mark down July 25th on your calendar and plan to kind of clear that day. You will absolutely want to have cleared the full day for that event, starting at about, we don't have the exact times yet, but just plan from about 12 o'clock Eastern time into the early evening to have free on your calendar so that you can be with us live for an amazing virtual event. Okay, so let's talk social media. So when we get into network marketing, a lot of network marketers never really have any experience and don't know anything about actual marketing. We want to use some strategies that are traditional to marketers, although you don't have to be a professional marketer in any way, shape, or form to do this business. But what you don't want to do on your social media is you don't want your social media to be an advertisement, a spamming, so to speak, for Green Compass or products. We want to use your social media to build curiosity, pique curiosity, and attract people to want to contact you to find out more about what you're selling and what your business is all about. And the way that you do that is you don't give it all away, right up front, because if they can find every bit of information that they need to find or that they would want to find, or that they could take what you've posted and just go ahead to Google and find it, they don't really have any reason to have to contact you. Now do that. So our goal for your social media presence, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, we're going to talk a lot about Facebook today, but this really applies to all of the social media mediums that you might use for your business, is that you want to pique curiosity and keep people needing to contact you for more details. So I'm just going to, if you see me glancing down, I have my notes over here to the side. So hopefully that does not distract you. There we go. So your goal is to build an audience. You want to build a following. You want to build a group of people that are watching what you're saying and have interest in the value you're providing on your social media, so that when you start to sprinkle in things about your products and your business, you have people who are listening. The Facebook algorithm is not set up for you to advertise or sell on that platform. They want people who are selling on their platform to be paying to sell. They want paid sponsored ads. They do not want you to be able to sell for free. So they are really strict about restricting. If they can pick up any keywords, and they're getting more and more sophisticated and changing the algorithms all the time. So if they can tell that you are selling, if you're putting the name of the company, the name of the products, if you're saying, this is the promotion, contact me to buy, here's my website, you're putting your website in your posts, they're flagging that and they will not show that to people in your newsfeed. So you might get no interaction or very little interaction on a post like that. And you might think it's because people must not be interested, but actually people aren't even seeing the content because Facebook is blocking that from actually getting out to your followers. So these tips and these tricks are going to give you a little bit of a leg up and try to a workaround from the Facebook algorithms. So there's all different ways that you can build a following and build value, but you want to structure your social media page around who you authentically are. If you were to go to, if I was to go visit your social media page and just scroll back for the past year, I should be able to kind of tell what's important to you, what's your personality like, what's your family like, what types of causes are you really passionate about, what types of products do you like to cook, do you hate to cook, are you a terrible cook, what are your quirky little things that your friends know about you. You want to be sprinkling inspirational things, motivational things, cooking tips, funny stories about your family, your kids, if you have kids, and some things about your business sprinkled in the midst. But you'll have, if people know, oh, she really always posts funny memes and her stories are really interesting, then they click to see what you have to say. And then when you happen to post about your business, they're already watching. They're already seeing they're interested in what you have to say. Video, live video, although I know that people are not thrilled. A lot of people do not like doing live videos. Now's the time to kind of put, if you want to build a business and you want to build a big business and you want to build a social media following and leverage the power of the internet and social media, you're going to probably need to get a little bit more comfortable with Facebook Lives and videos. And you know what, guys? I think the reason that people love watching live video is because it's authentic. I mean, it has to be authentic because you're literally getting in front of this group and you're talking from your heart and off the cuff. And people like to watch that. Just why they like to watch reality TV. So I think you really cannot go wrong with live video. So you want to be building your brand. You want to be building an audience. And once you do that and you start to pique curiosity, you can attract people to start contacting you. That's called attraction marketing. When you're attracting more and more people following you, and then when you're marketing to them, they are actually coming to you to find out how they can buy your product or what the product is, what the brand is, what the company is. So there's a couple of kind of rules that you may not have followed in the past, or maybe you're brand new to this game and you're gonna start without having any bad habits. That'll be great. But maybe you've been doing things a little differently. That's fine. You can start literally where you are and start to do it differently going forward, because you're gonna start to gain new followers and they're gonna just see it done the way you do it from this day forward. So I suggest you don't hashtag Green Compass. You don't write the name Green Compass. You don't include your website. You don't put the product names in your posts. So a more ambiguous post about an organic CBD company, you can talk about your company and your products without actually naming them, so that if they're curious about CBD and they don't know that it's Green Compass CBD, they have to come to you and say, hey, I've been looking into CBD. What brand are you talking about? What brand do you use? And why'd you pick that? And you get to have a dialogue with them and know that they have interest and add them to your prospect list, versus them Googling it, finding out for themselves. Maybe once they Google it, they find out, oh, you know what? I have a closer friend who sells that as well. And then they go buy it from somebody else. And you never had any idea they were interested, yet you were the person that piqued their interest. So I hope that you're kind of getting the reasons that we keep it a little vague, so that you are, it's a little mysterious. I've actually followed people who use this method before I started using this myself in the field. And I have used this in the field when I was building my business in the field. And it really does work. I would get inbox messages all the time. People would constantly reach out to me. And it takes a little time to build. So don't get me wrong. You don't put your first post up and all of a sudden your inbox is flooded. But after I got this going, people would always be coming to me going, what is it that you're doing now? And what are those products? And yes, add me to that group. So attraction marketing. I lost my train of thought for 1 second here, guys. What was it? I want to forget what I was going to tell you. Okay, well, we're gonna jump to one specific strategy I'm going to go to in a little bit more depth, and then we're going to talk about how to use this along in conjunction with the Facebook post. The Facebook group. So how this is all going to come together full circle is that you're going to use these methods for piquing interest and attracting prospects to you. And then when they reach out to you, Then you're going to transfer them into, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it, into our, it's called the Green Compass Product Hub hidden Facebook group. Now, once they become a prospect and you've attracted them, you sort of think of it as a spider web, you kind of track them in your net, your web. Now it's fine to put them into a group where it says the company name, and it's going to have our product names, and we're going to tell them all about the products and the company inside of that group, but not on your Facebook wall. So think of it kind of like, I just thought of that right now as I was talking, but think about that as sort of like a spider web. So you're looking to trap, instead of insects, prospects in the web, and then we're going to transfer them over to our what's called an ATM, cha-ching, make money, Facebook group. So on your wall, you're going to pique curiosity. You can be doing live Facebook Live videos, and it doesn't have to be about your company or your products all the time. You could do a book club. So I used to read books, and I used to do Facebook Live videos about some of the books I was reading, personal development books. If there was any kind of, obviously we're not looking to be controversial, but any kind of interesting thing happening at a talk show, a subject, a parenting topic, anything that kind of is interesting to people and they just kind of want to be nosy. I would do Facebook Live, short little 5 to 10 minute clips on my front porch, chatting with, Facebook basically. You can use your stories, your Facebook stories, your Instagram stories to put up funny things, to put up little clips, put up, testimonials about your product once you have started to introduce that to the field. So without saying the name of the product or the company, you could still do testimonials of how CBD is helping you with XYZ, if it's, of course, compliant and not making any kind of medical claims. A good strategy to start connecting with people on Facebook, to just kind of open up dialogue, start to affect the algorithm, because you'll have some private messages with them. So hopefully they'll see your content a little bit more, is the birthday strategy. So I used to go, I don't know if you know this, but your notifications show up with everybody's birthday. That day, it tells you like whose birthdays are coming up and whose birthdays are that day. So I would go and I would look at everybody whose birthday was that day, and I would go to their message, I'd private message them, and I would do a voice message. So I wouldn't type the message. I would click the little microphone button, and I would physically speak into the phone and wish them a happy birthday. Like, hey, Cindy, how are you? Hope everything is going well. I see it's your birthday today. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope those kids are going to spoil you. I see you're in Florida. Enjoy that beach. I was just thinking of you, and I really hope that you have a great birthday. We should catch up soon. Now they're going to get that, and it's going to stand out a little bit from the hundreds of just happy birthday messages or the generic little birthday cake that's easy to pop up to somebody's Facebook wall. That personal message from you where they hear your voice is going to probably prompt a response in a different way than all of the other messages they've gotten. They're probably going to write back. They're going to say thank you, and you can have a dialogue that goes, back and forth. When Facebook sees that this person is conversing with you and you have some real social connection happening, now they start to show your content to that person more often. So that's one connection strategy for piquing interest and getting people in front of your content so that they can see what you have to say. And of course, you're going to do all your regular outside prospecting. When you're meeting people at the baseball field and you're at the beach and you're at work and your kids, friends, moms and dads and all that good stuff, and you're going to continue to do your regular prospecting methods that you're going to learn from your teams and from the rest of your corporate training that we give you. And then we're catching all these leads in our web. So what do we do with them? So let's talk about we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about launching first before we talk about the group, adding them to your group. So now I'm going to talk to the brand new people, or I'm going to talk to people who never really launched their business on social media to begin with. And this is that you want to pay attention to this strategy, whether or not you're new or you've been here with us since the launch, because this is a strategy that you can teach your new advocates to use when they are launching. So this is called the 3W launch formula. And this is going to require you to do Facebook Live videos. So just kind of get your wiggles out and agree to get a little uncomfortable. I'm just going to check. Okay. Any questions that came up before I get into the next? I would not recommend adding the link in your bio. So Jennifer asked, would I recommend adding your website link? I do not recommend having your website link anywhere on your Facebook page. I don't recommend having your company name anywhere on your Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. they should not be able to find it. They should need to come to you. So if they come to you and you're having a conversation, and you're going to put them in our group and you're going to give them your link, you're going to do all that after you know that they're interested. But the chances of someone just literally clicking on your link without contacting you are slim to none. Don't misunderstand that I'm saying you're not going to market your business on your Facebook page. You are. You're just going to market it in a curiosity piquing way rather than a here's my link kind of way. All right, so the 3DW strategy. Number one, a few Facebook Live tips that you're going to be able to incorporate if you've never done Facebook Lives. When you're talking into the camera, so right now I'm looking directly into the camera. If I look at myself on the screen, do you see the difference in the way it looks? So most people, a lot of people make the mistake of starting to watch themselves on the screen, and then it's awkward because it doesn't seem like you're talking to the person when the person's seeing you. So you want to look directly into the little dot on your computer screen, or if you have a webcam, you have to look into that dot while you're talking. So it's a little awkward, but because it feels like you're talking to no one. But you're going to look directly into that dot. And the second thing is when you are deciding how to kind of present yourself, you want to pretend like you're having a one-on-one conversation with one person. So you might have 100 people watching your video, but you're going to talk as if you're talking just one-on-one to one person in a conversation. It helps to keep you on track where it just seems a little bit more natural, authentic, if you're speaking to kind of one person. One of the things that a lot of people do in the beginning of a Facebook Live video that's kind of annoying to people is they say, hey, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes till people jump on. Don't do that. Just get started right away. People will catch the replay and they don't wanna sit there and watch for 2 or 3 or 4 minutes while you're just like dilly-dallying, waiting for people to jump on. Get started right away because you're gonna lose the majority of people who watch you on Facebook Live, they watch the replay. So if you're sitting there not even talking for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, you're actually going to lose them. They're going to click off and keep scrolling. So start recording right away in your video, and you don't have to wait for people to pop on. They'll pop on, and if they can go back and watch the replay if they missed the beginning. All right, so 3 Ws, here we go. So this is a series of 3 Facebook Live videos that you do over the first, let's just say 7 to 10 to 14 days of your business launching. So the first W stands for why, the second W stands for what, and the third W stands for wow. So each of these represents a why, a what, a wow video. And they're going to happen in a specific order and covering specific things to launch your business. So if you're brand new to Green Compass, I would decide when you're going to do your announcement, your Facebook Live announcement. You can put a post up on Facebook, just a regular post saying, oh my goodness, I did a thing. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous and I cannot wait. You guys are probably going to think this is crazy, but I cannot wait to tell you about it. I'm going to do my first Facebook Live video if you're not used to doing them. And I'm super nervous. I hope you'll hop on. I'm going to get on in an hour at 7 p.m. Just join me then. And you just leave it like that. So you want people to wonder, or you might say, I have a huge announcement. I am so excited. I can't believe this is happening. I got a huge announcement. And people are going to comment like, oh my gosh, what are you pregnant? Are you this? Or you get, what happened? What is it? And you're piquing curiosity already. So you're not going to tell anybody. Then you're going to get on and you're going to do your why Facebook Live video. Your why video, you want to prepare for this beforehand. You want to kind of make a bulleted list of why are you starting this business? Why do you want to use these products? Why did you choose Green Compass? So again, during these videos, you are not going to say the name of the company or the product. Still, you're going to refer to a company, but you're not going to actually state the name. So it could be something like this. Wow, guys, I don't know about you, but during this whole quarantine period, I really had a lot of reflecting. And, after my husband lost his job, we were terrified. We didn't know what the heck we were going to do. And I started thinking like, wow, I really need a backup plan. Like we have no security. So I decided that I needed to find something that was a really hot market that people wanted. Because I know I'm not going to get involved with just anything. And I found a company that really aligns with my values and is made in the USA. It's actually all USDA organic. And I don't know if you guys know anything about the CBD industry, but it is booming. Actually, I just learned a statistic. It's expected to go to about $22 billion in sales over the next few years. So I figured this is probably a good industry to hop into and provide some security, you know, before my husband goes back to work and get some extra money, you know, pay for the kids' camp this summer. So that's all I'm going to say for now, guys. I am going to come back. I'm going to pop back on in a few days when my products arrive, and I'm going to, you know, show you guys a little bit more. But stay tuned. Thanks for, you know, hanging out with me. This is so outside of my comfort zone. I appreciate it, and ta-ta for now. So that could be your whole first video. You know, 3 to 5 minutes, not super long, not going into tons of detail, but hitting the bullets. It might be completely different for you. It might be, wow, I've not gotten a full night's sleep in weeks. I'm trying off the top of my head to just make sure I'm super compliant, but you're gonna have this planned out. You know, I have had so much on my mind, and I didn't know how to kind of just pull it all together up there in my headspace with everything going on in the world. A friend of mine suggested that I try CBD. Does anybody know about, you want to try to get some comments going, some interaction in the comments. Does anybody know about CBD? Kind of put an emoji in the comments if you use CBD, and just get people chatting. And I tried this product, and holy cow, I was blown away. 3-day sample, and I finally had 2 full nights of sleep. So I figured this is something I need to share. So I did a thing, and I can't wait for my products to get here, and I'm going to tell you guys more about it in a couple days. So you're leaving people hanging a little bit, and you should hopefully get a few messages. What is it? What's the product? Well, when they message you and they start asking, of course, in Messenger, you're going to then transition to giving them all the details so that they can become a customer or an advocate with you. And that's where our group's going to come in just a minute. So just hold tight. We're getting to the group. And then, so our second, and then you always want to have a call to action. Okay. So at the end of each of your videos, you're going to have a call to action. So this why video, just to recap, make a list of the reasons why you're starting, why you chose this product line, this company, and focus on the benefits, not the features. People don't buy toothpaste, they buy white teeth. People don't buy, you know, lipstick, they buy the way that they feel when they're using the lipstick. So you want to think about what are the benefits of what our products do, and focus on the benefits rather than the features of that. So what does it do for you versus, you know, what is it? You want to be excited. You want to like kick up your excitement level a couple notches, and then you want to end with a call to action. So like, hey, if you can't wait, if you want to know more about CBD, definitely reach out to me. I'm certainly not an expert quite yet, but I'll get you whatever information I have. Hit me up in my private messages. There was a cute thing. I mean, this is something that you have to be totally comfortable with, and for the women out there, but I heard this tip of actually saying, oh my gosh, guys, I'm getting on Facebook Live. You're not going to believe this, but I'm pregnant. And then when she did the Facebook Live video, this is something I don't think I could pull off myself, but I'm just sharing the idea because I heard it. And she gets on and says, haha, like tricked you. I'm pregnant with a new opportunity. I'm pregnant with excitement. I'm pregnant with, and just kind of like attracted people's attention. But the more you can catch people's attention, the better. But that's totally would have to be something that fits your personality and feels like you could really pull that off with your group of friends and followers. So 3 to 5 days later, when your kit arrives, you're going to do your what video. So you could still do a little teaser. You could put a picture of your Amazon box and say, oh my gosh, guys, the box has arrived. The ship has landed. I'm going to get back on Facebook Live later tonight, and I'm going to unveil. You got to see what's in my box. And then you do another Facebook Live video actually unboxing everything. And you do want to try your best to keep the logo and the name of the company and stuff kind of covered, because again, you don't want to give it away, and you want to keep this curiosity piquing process going. During this video, you're going to be reiterating the stuff that you went over in the why video, because most people will not have seen it. So you'll have people watching the what that haven't seen the why. So you do want to do a quick summary of that. It's okay. People need to hear things more than once anyway. And again, be really excited. And this time you're going to pick whatever that to you the hero product is. So if you're super passionate about tinctures, because that's what you've had great results with, or that's what you we're taking as a customer, then you could focus on tinctures, or you could focus on topical products, you could focus on the skincare line. whatever it is that you are really excited about, focus on that. But you can kind of show the products. You can hold up, I don't have a bottle handy, but you can hold up the bottle of CBD with just a finger covering exactly, the where it says the company's name, and you're going to go over some of the benefits. So you want, have your list of benefits and use your product guides for what's compliant, ready to go. You don't want to just go off the cuff. You do want to prepare a little bit for this. And then your call to action again. Hey, if you want any more information, hit me up in my messenger. And we have a private Facebook group that's got a lot more information about the products, and I can add you there to check things out on your own at your leisure. So you're trying to attract them to reach out to you. Now, if they don't reach out to you in Messenger, but they're commenting and they're liking and they're participating in your comments of your video, you're able to then send them a private message for sure and say, hey, thanks so much for supporting me. I was so nervous on my video. Do you want to learn more about it? I am happy to add you into a private Facebook group that we have, which I'm, again, going to get to in a second. And then 3 to 5 days after that, you're going to go with your wow video. So this is your video where you're going to give a more specific testimonial. So you told them why you joined. Now you've got your products. And you really could do this as even, a customer could technically do this kind of thing if they wanted to share the products and are kind of testing the waters to see if they want to be an advocate. You could actually help a customer do the same process and share their product results. So that third video is the wow video where you come back on and you say, so I've been using these products, guys, for a week or 10 days, and oh my goodness, like you're not gonna believe the results that I'm having. Listen to what's been happening for me or my daughter or my, Fido, my dog. And you're gonna show some proof of how the product has been working for you or the business. So it could be, holy cow, 14 days have gone by. I already made my money back for my kit. I already have a team of 4 people. This is like blowing up. Wow. So any wow results, whether it's business or product related, is the third part of the 3W launch formula system. So to sum it up, 3 Facebook Live videos to launch your business. 1 is the why, before your kit comes. 1 is the what, when you're kind of your unboxing, when your kit arrives. And then the third one is the wow with some product testimonial results. So I know that that's a lot. I'm going to just glance through the questions before I go into unveiling and revealing our brand new Facebook group to you guys. So it's okay. Don't feel like you've been doing it wrong the whole time. Most people and most companies, I think, teach it the wrong way, so to speak. I mean, there's not a right or a wrong, but it's just what works and what's getting you results. Now, putting it all out there on Facebook does sometimes get people results, but it tends to be, if you already are pretty influential on social media, you get results with it no matter what. And if you have a large following, you already have people listening to you, then you're going to get easier results, even if you put the company name, even if you are outwardly advertising on your social media. But if you're just building up your following and you don't have as much social influence yet, this strategy is going to be much more highly effective for you. And so we want to try to find the strategy that's most highly effective for everyone, and that you can teach and duplicate within your team. And this is going to be effective for everyone. Once you do the launch process, you're going to continue with your curiosity piquing posts and those social media techniques to keep attracting those prospects to you. It's not just going to end after those 3 videos, but it's not necessarily doing something wrong. And this helps to keep the prospects coming in for the long haul. Because sometimes people will attract prospects at the very beginning of their business, but then once everybody knows what they're doing, it's like people kind of stop listening because they already know what it's all about. So this will keep attracting prospects too for the long term. What is Trish is asking? What should we do for our 3 W's? Oh, so I don't know if you missed that part, Trish, but I did go over each of the 3 W's. So hopefully you can come back if you just popped on. And what is the approach if you have been with Green Compass for many months already, if we launched but want engagement? So you can go back and clean up your post if you want, and start just proactively, if you want, if you've already been with the company for a while, I would start proactively trying to add new followers, connect with new people, and use the strategy going forward, because most people are not going to go back and look you know, for months and months back at your social media feed. They're going to look at what you're posting now. So you can start it now and just figure that all of the new connections you make on social media, the new friends you make, go into groups, meet people, connect with people, comment on your, you know, old high school friends' posts. And plus, a lot of people aren't seeing what you put on your feed, even if you've already been friends. So as you start to engage with other people, they'll start to see your feed a little bit more. So I would say you just start from where you are and just start the strategy from now moving forward. There is no way for it to know if a post is being seen. The only way that you can really tell how many people are seeing a post is how much interaction you're getting. When you get comments on your videos and your posts, you want to respond to every single comment as quickly as possible and try to engage them in a conversation. So don't just put a comment like a thumbs up, ask them respond to their question or comment, and then ask them a question at the end where they'd have to respond, because the algorithm favors highly on back and forth conversations, because then they say, oh, people are socializing. So any type of socializing is what Facebook wants to see. So an effective post, somebody's asking, can you provide an example of making an effective post for like the Father's Day bundle? So you probably, you're not going to advertise the exact bundle. You could just say, oh my gosh, my company just put out the most amazing Father's Day special and you're saving like a lot. It's a huge amount of money. So if there's a man in your life that's been curious about using CBD, or if you got a golfer, you have anybody who's feeling a little bit of pain, hit me up right away and I'll get you the details. So you're just kind of piquing curiosity. Again, but they have to contact you to know the price, the products that are involved, all the specific details. All right, so let's talk about how you take those products. So now you're going to take, prospects, take everybody from your web, and we're going to transfer them into our ATM group. So ATM, think about it like an ATM machine. That's how you can remember the acronym. It stands for add, write these notes down, add, tag, message. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see the awesome group that we have started for you guys. Oh, and I believe, okay. Share. Okay. So, welcome to the Green Compass Product Hub. So we have been working behind the scenes, the corporate team, along with your presidential founders, and we put together a product hub page. So this is the place where they're going to get all of the details about the products that you've been piquing their interest about on your personal wall. And this group is a couple things to know about the group. So this is a secret group. It is secret, and I forgot the exact terminology, but we have it set up, the privacy settings, make it so that no one can find this group by searching it. So no one can ever request to be a member of the group, and even you won't be able to, if you search for this, you won't be able to find this group. You shouldn't be able to anyway. You have to be added by a current member of the group to be a member in the group. So after this call is over, we're going to ask all of your uplines to start adding you guys. Once you're added, please add your team members, and we're going to just organically add the advocates from the company that way. So once you are a member of the group, you'll be able to add other members to the group. We don't have any settings for approving it, so once you add someone, they will automatically be added. There's a couple of keys, there's a couple of reasons that we do it that way. Let's just say that you add Prospect John to this group today, and you tag John in the post, which we're going to talk about, and you message him to follow up, and he doesn't take any action. And 6 months from now, he decides he wants to buy something from Green Compass, but he cannot remember who added him to this group. So he puts a message or he comments someplace and he says, I want to order some products. Who do I talk to about that? As the admins, we're going to be able to look up who added John to the group and connect him back to the advocate who added him to the group. So every prospect and customer that's added to the group will always be connected back to the advocate who added them, so that we can make sure that we honor these connections. We are working on we have a like 100% strict, no exceptions rule that there is zero prospecting within this group, which what I mean by that, of course, the whole group is for prospecting. But what I mean by that is that you cannot go after someone else's prospect. So if you did not add the person to the group and they're asking questions, by all means, you can answer questions and direct them back to the advocate who added them to the group. So, and no, we will have zero tolerance. We will have to remove you from the group if we find any type of, oh, why don't you message me and you can order it from me when someone else added them to the group. We are really, really serious about the integrity of that. So you're only going to be privately conversing with people as far as trying to get orders and business from the people that you add to the group. But we can all answer questions. We can all hop in and engage on posts to help each other out. So the A in ATM stands for add. So the first step is going to be that you add someone to the group. So once somebody reaches out to you in Messenger or you meet them in the baseball field or anything, you're going to ask their permission. So in your notes, right, ask permission. We do not want people who are commenting in the posts here or on our wall, who the hell added me to this group? We don't want that. We want everybody who's in the group to have given someone permission to add them. So you want to specifically say, our company has a private Facebook group. We educate consumers about CBD. We have tips and tricks for natural and healthy living. We have education on just overall holistic wellness, and we have testimonials from current customers who are having success with our products. Is it okay if I add you to our group so you can check things out? Well, you know, assuming they say yes, then you add them to the group. Now, see my screen? Just a quick drink, guys. Right here, where I am circling my cursor, is where you invite members. So you would invite a member by simply starting to type their name, and you have to be Facebook friends with them. So as I type a name here, whatever, that your friends list should start coming up. I'm trying to think of like someone that I'm friends with. I don't know why it's not popping up, but usually it will pop up so you can select them. And you would add the member right in that section. The T in ATM stands for tag. So I do want to add somebody just so I can show you guys this process. Let's see if I can add my husband. Why is this not working? Oh, and you can even send them a note. That's good to know. I'm not sure why this is happening like this. All right, well, I'll fuss with this afterwards, but it usually should pop up, like if you write in the name Jennifer, all the Jennifers in your Facebook list, friends list should pop up and you can choose the one you want to add. You can write them a note, then you invite them to the page, you click invite. Once they've accepted the invitation, so let them know they have to accept it, now you're gonna tag them. So this post right here, so do you see where it says start here? I tag that as start here, so that, and I also, you know, posted this, pinned it to the announcement. So this should be the first post that you always see at the top of the page when you come into the page. Excuse me. You're going to tag them in the post. So you would go here, you're going to comment, and you're going to tag them. So we're just going to say, we're going to tag Jenny Burnett. Jenny Burnett, welcome to the Green Compass Global page, blah, 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 blah. So I don't have to type out the whole message, but do you see how it highlights her name? If you're new to Facebook, tagging means that you highlight her name there, you click on it, and you're going to say something like, here's the private Facebook group for the CBD that I told you about. Check out this video. So this is our Green Compass overview video. Check out this video and take a look around, and I'll message you in a few days, or I'll message you tonight or tomorrow, whatever, to see if you have any questions. So I would, if they have a specific reason they want to try CBD, you always want to tag them in the pinned post, which is this video here. And then I wouldn't tag them in any more than the pinned post and one other testimonial video, unless you think that there's like two that really suit them. But all of the rest of these, we have all of our product-based videos, company videos are in this page. And then we have testimonials. So we've been collecting customer testimonials, and they are all in here. for you to read through. So I highly encourage you to read through and be familiar with what stories are here. And your objective is to match a person with what they're interested in. So if somebody is looking at skincare, here's Michael Cheshire's video about using the skincare system. So you could then tag them here and say, here's a demonstration of all the details about our skincare system that I was telling you about. If somebody is looking for something for a specific ailment, let's just say, right here in the popular topics post area, I have categorized the testimonials that we have so far, and we will continue to try to do that. So we have used general compliant terms, like let's just say somebody wants to give CBD to their kids. You can come to this section and you can click on children and kids. Yes, I can leave that. And it's now bringing up all of the testimonials that relate to children and kids, so that you're able to pick the one that they like the best, or once they're in here, they can search. And we explain this, that there is a search option. So in that tagged announcement post, right here, I've explained to people how to use the page, that they can search in the popular topic section, or they can search for a keyword. So if you tag them in this post, it also gives them instructions on how they can search amongst the posts themselves. But this is good for you to know if you're searching for an example to point somebody towards. So if somebody is looking for some temple tension support, these two are testimonials for occasional headaches. We have some for pain, some for stress and worry, some for mood and worry, skincare, tinctures. I've also done topics by the actual product. So if somebody wants to learn about or farming pet products, they click on this, and that's going to bring up all the doggy and kitty and pet testimonials. So the point of this page is to have it be an ever-growing resource where we're consistently adding product and customer testimonials. So anyone can post to the page. So you can post a testimonial, you can post an announcement about something that's working well for you. We have to approve the post. So corporate will always be reading the post first to make sure that they are compliant before you'll see them show up here. So your customers can share testimonials of their own. You can share testimonials for your customers, but the point is that it's an ever-growing resource and collection. And your help is to engage with the posts. So comment on these posts. Get in here when you get out to the group and jump in and comment and like. As new content comes on, comment and like. So the person who asked for the Father's Day bundle, when somebody wants more information, we'll have the Father's Day bundle. We'll add that here. And this will be a perfect place for you to tag them, and they can see the graphic and learn a little bit more about the products that are included in that bundle. So the second way that you can search in the group is just over here in this search box. So if you wanted to search, the word pain, everything that has the word pain will then come up in that search box. So those are the two ways that they can search through the posts specifically. So you've added them to the group. The T in ATM is you're tagging them in the pinned post and in a testimonial or one specific other post or video that you think is relevant to what they're most interested in learning about. And then you're messaging them to follow up. So you're going to go in private messages and message them to follow up. Now, this is a great time to once you message them, to connect them with someone in your upline. A third-party validation is huge. So, and when you could take it right on Facebook, you can do a three-way Facebook Messenger chat. So it's less maybe intimidating than a three-way call. It takes less scheduling, and you can add them to a group with maybe your upline PF, presidential founder, and you could say, hey, meet my friend John. John had a couple of questions about the tinctures. John, this is a couple of leaders. Who always want to tag a couple people just so whoever's available can answer. These are a couple of the leaders who are a little bit more, they're been doing this longer than I am. They're more, have more expert knowledge on the products than I do. So I thought you could maybe ask them your questions that you had, and they can get back with some answers. And now you've got a little group messenger. You can watch the way your upline, if you're new, works in action, and you have some social proof that it's not just you in this business, and there are people that can answer these people's questions. And with all of this, your prospect is observing the way you do this business. Your customers are observing the way you do this business. This looks really easy. They added me to the group, they tagged me in the information, I looked through it all, and then they message these people that help them answer questions. I think I could do that. And that's the main goal for recruiting, to be able to build a team, is to have people see what you're doing and feel that they could do it too. So this is a great duplicatable strategy to show people, yeah, isn't this easy? Isn't it, it's a great bridge into the recruiting conversation. Isn't this an easy way to build a business? I think you could do this too. Add people to the group, tag them in some messages and some posts, and connect them on Messenger with an expert who can answer their questions. So that's kind of the process. Add, tag, message, and then a 3-way messenger chat to answer questions and help you close the deal. The other thing I want to point out is this page is just focused on products. So you don't have to worry about your customers coming here and then feeling turned off because they don't want to be recruited for a business. This is a product only group. We're going to start another group just like this. We just want to get this one up and running and get the kinks like worked out before we open up our recruiting group. So we're going to have a business opportunity group that's going to function exactly the same way, but you'll add your prospects who want to learn more about the business opportunity to that group. And we'll have different, obviously, posts that are pertinent to more of the business side of things than the product side of things. So I know that that's kind of a lot of information all at once, but the other benefit to this, guys, like better than just sending someone a video, giving someone a product sample, is that if you just send somebody something to their email or their text messages, once they look at it or don't look at it, it's out of their mind. When you put them into this group, in their Facebook notifications, every time that something new is added to this group, they're going to be notified in their notifications. So Green Compass and you and our products are going to stay top of mind for these people for years to come, as long as they're in the group. And when we launch a new product, they're going to see it. They're going to see it announced in the group. So it's passively dripping on them without you even having to be thinking about doing it all the time. So you might have somebody who gets added to the group and just now is not the right time. And 6 months from now, they get a notification, they pop in the group, they hear a story just like theirs, or maybe now they're really looking to earn some extra money and they remember this business that they had chatted with you about 6 months ago. And then they go, oh, you know what? I'm going to reach out to that person that added me to this group because now the timing's better. So it's a passive prospecting tool that's going to work for you even when you're not actively working it, if that makes sense. It's working for you 24/7. It's like a opportunity event or a regional, with an opportunity event that, or a product presentation that works for you 24/7. Okay, so I think that is about it. I'm going to go back I'm going to stop sharing my screen and go back to see about any questions. Okay, so let's see here. So somebody asked, okay. All right, so if we are not new to Green Compass, even though I've been. So if you're not new to Green Compass, I think you can still do the strategy. You're obviously not going to get a new box, but maybe it's a new product that comes to you. You could do it with a new product when a new product is launched. Or you could just do the why and the wow videos, just like, just take the kit and the brand new part of the business out of it. And obviously you won't, if people already know that you do Green Compass, you're not going to say, oh my gosh, I did a thing, wait till you hear about it. But I would just look at creative ways to kind of take what doesn't fit out and use it for what you can use it for right now. And a new product launch is a good time to do that. Can you approve? Okay, we talked about that one. So our upline will add us first. Yeah, so once somebody is added to the page, feel free to add anybody you know in the company. We're just gonna all kind of work together to get everybody added. And then you can start adding your prospects and tagging them as well. But remember, we're not adding people blindly. So you can reach out to your customers that you already have and say, hey, we just started a brand new Facebook group. We're sharing testimonials, new product launches, all general health and wellness tips. Would you like to be added to the group? Is it okay if I add you to the group? And you can put your customers in there so that when we do launch new products and stuff, they're in the group. You would just tag them in the pinned post. Then, you can interact. If somebody asks a question and you have a customer in the group that has had great results with that exact thing, you could tag that person and say, hey, Jamie, so-and-so's asking about, taking tinctures after knee surgery. What can you tell them about your experience? Something like that. Can we use any of these posts to your personal group page? So like your own personal, yeah, you can borrow any of these posts. They're all compliant. So I don't see a problem with you using them to your personal group page, but I would recommend that from now on, you start to add your people into this group and use the strategy. Alrighty. The advocates can post, but we just have to approve them first. So we will approve them or not approve them based on whether we think they're compliant, and we'll add value to the group. Prospects can add other people to the group as well. Yeah, so if you add a prospect and she thinks of someone who also wants to know about CBD, she absolutely can add someone to the group as well. And we can kind of backtrack to, track them back to the advocate that added them. So Trish, as long as this goes smoothly, we should have the business and the recruiting group up in a couple of weeks. We just need to work on the content for that. How does this connect to our dedicated purchase pages? This is not at all connected to your personal website. This is just to get the conversation going, to get the information to them, and then they have to reach back out to you to get your personal website for ordering, that actually place an order with you. So there's no websites listed at all on this page. They cannot order from this group. They have to come back to the person who invited them to be able to place an order. Are posts better than stories? They're just two different things. So stories disappear in 24 hours. So anything you want to experiment with and just kind of see how it goes, those are great for stories. Quick little things are great for stories. So posts are, you can do both, but stories disappear. They don't stick around. How do we know that people aren't tagging without asking? I'm not sure I understand that question. Yes, customers can use the page to ask specific questions. They'll have to ask the questions on a post, or I guess they might be able to message the admins. I'm not positive. What is the admin ATM message? So add tag message. If a prospect adds a person to the ATM page, will that second person then be connected to you? Yes, absolutely. So if a prospect adds a person to the page and that person wants to order and the prospect is not a advocate yet, we're gonna then go back one more step and say, okay, who is the first advocate that connects to that group? Does this replace the CBUL testimonies page? Yes. Any tips on recruiting people? Well, that's a training for a different day. So it's 9:53. I know we've talked for almost an hour and I probably don't have your attention anymore for any other content, but I hope that this was helpful. Just to kind of sum it up, we're starting to teach a marketing technique on social media that allows you to pique interest and attract people to you, attraction marketing, catch them in your little web, and then transfer them over to our ad tag message Facebook group that can inform them, educate them about the products, and hopefully bring them to the point that they're ready to purchase, in which case they'll come back to you to purchase from your website. All right, well, hope that everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Let's see, all 145 of you that lasted this entire training, I appreciate your attention. I know it was a long training, but we're really excited. Start adding, getting added and adding people to the page and then into the group, and then you'll be able to start getting permission and adding your prospects and customers to the group as well. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. We can start a question page on the Green Compass Advocate Forum as well for any questions, concerns, or help that you need. All right, I'm going to stop our recording.